your judges, district judges in particular, probably have more effect on your lives than anybody else does. Anybody else that comes through here, whether it's a congressman, we just saw Congressman Taylor, anybody running for that kind of office, anybody on the national scene, we have more day-to-day probably interaction with you guys than anybody else. So if you're coming down for jury duty, if you're a victim on a criminal case, if you're getting a divorce, if you're trying to figure out what happens with your kids, if you were in a car accident and you're getting sued for basically more than $20,000, which is every single car accident, then you're going to be in our court and you have an ability to be in that court. So we deal with a lot of people on a day-to-day basis. Not only that, but we also do a lot more for the county than just sit there and call balls and strikes on cases. We're in charge of the probation department. We're in charge of juvenile justice in Collin County. We're in charge of, in some respects, the budget of Collin County because we have the auditors. They report to us. We don't have them report to the people who are making the budget. We have them report to us, so we hire and fire those individuals, and we keep, track of what's going on with those things. So there's just a lot of other things that we do for the county in addition to being district court judges. That's not counting all the things that we do outside of that, obviously, having conversations, signing warrants in the middle of the night, whether or not somebody committed a crime, they need to be arrested. We have to do that. We have to answer that call. We do those kinds of things. We set bonds. We do all of those things just in addition to what we do 9 to 5. So it puts us, and there's some people here obviously running for courts. I want y'all to understand that this is really our job. This is not something that we do just in terms of, hey, I work in business, but I'm going to go down to the legislature every 2 years or so. That's not what happens. This is a 9 to 5 job, and really, it's a 24-hour-a-day job, which kind of leads me into what we're going to talk about today. Because I am a judge, because I take an oath, and because it is a 24-hour job, I have different rules that I have to follow than anybody else does necessarily who is an elected official, which is just different than kind of what we're dealing with. Whether it's Van Taylor, whether it's Jeff Leach, any of those guys, they don't have to necessarily play by the same rules that we do. And so that's why I'm here kind of talking a little bit about judicial ethics. So let me show you, again, this is not really like a big deal, but since I made it, I'm going to go through it. Why waste the opportunity? And I've got this cool laptop that lets me do this. All right, so the things we're going to talk about. Rules for lawyers apply to us. Obviously, I'm a lawyer before I became a judge. If I lose my election at some point in time, I'm going to go back to being a lawyer. So lawyers' rules apply to everything we do. Then there's a special commission that I'll talk about, the Texas Commission for Judicial Ethics, that governs, again, a lot of things that we do and handles complaints and problems with judges. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. And then I'll finish up by talking a little bit about federal judges and some fun stuff. I can't play it here because I don't have internet connection on this, but I'll explain what I'm talking about a little bit later.